Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Divinely Crowned Conversations podcast. I am your girl, Davina, and I am so excited you decided to tune into this episode of Divinely Crowned Conversations podcast. So, before I introduce my divine guest, I just want to make sure you guys remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Divinely Crown on all the networks at this point, and just continue to tap in with me. It is Women's History Month and the first day of spring. So my divine guest got double whammy with the good vibes. I love it. So we are just going to continue to have these divine conversations with queens that are doing amazing things and making history in their own way. So tonight I have with me Miss Autumn. Autumn, you want to introduce yourself to the people?
Yes, my name is Autumn. I am a nurse.
Yes.
I am a mother, of
Mm-hmm.
course, and I am a businesswoman.
Yes.
So I have my own business. It's called Heart to Heart
Okay.
CPR and first aid training. And I
Okay.
go around and, train the community. I train businesses. I train families.
Okay.
So it's really important. Like CPR is a big thing for me.
Yes, and we will definitely be getting into that tonight. So I'm so excited. So I always like to tell a background of how I got, connected with my divine guest. And for Autumn, I first saw Autumn, we were doing the Erie's Black Wall Street business photo, and she walked in and I was like, oh, she is so beautiful. She's so beautiful. And then she's like, yes, I'm trying to put myself out there. I have this business, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. So I think I might have creeped you and added you on Facebook. One of us did.
It's okay.
I be creeping everybody, so I have no shame in my creep game. Okay.
Listen, I wouldn't be here.
Listen, exactly. So since then, I just know we've consistently been connecting. Yes. So I'm like, okay, she would slide in my DMs and comment on things, and I would do the same. And it was just has been nothing but positive vibes and pouring into each other. So actually, and she's given me some tips on, being in the gym, which I'm gonna get there very soon. I'm gonna get there soon. Right, I know. So so she's definitely been. Oh, somebody said get you closer to the mic.
Ooh,
look, we did.
I'm getting
there you go. Can you hear now? I'll see if shout out to my birthday twin Lawrence. He said ask her to get closer to the mic.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. I can hear you now. We'll see if he can hear you. But so it's been nothing but positive vibes. And I was like, yeah, I definitely got to have Autumn on. Like you said, you're a nurse, which we'll get into later. But I just think that's so important, especially as you have a business. And I want to definitely highlight that tonight. But Divinely Crowned is all about just talking about the journey of how we got to where we are now. Mm-hmm. So where we come from, where we are, and where we are going. So I always like to start at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about young Autumn.
What about young Autumn? Okay. You know what? I'm born. I'm originally born from Erie.
Okay.
I love Erie.
Yeah. Shout out to Erie.
Yeah. Erie ain't that bad. Yeah. And I've been around the community. I've been, I have friends that, just on the block, like. I'm a very quiet person, and like growing up, I was like a tomboy.
Oh wow!
You know what I mean? So like I was the one that's scraping everywhere, got the bruises and marks and everything else. But yeah, so I grew up on 26th Street between German and Parade.
Okay.
And I attended Collegiate Academy.
Okay.
Not one. Let me tell you about that.
Okay, share. Go ahead and share, sis.
All right, so I went to Jefferson, and I was in honors in the 6th grade.
Okay.
And everybody was like transitioning, and they were like, oh, all the honors, we got to get you, applying at Collegiate Academy. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, I'm about to go where the hood is at. I'm going east. Like, you can't tell me nothing. And it was like on me. So my mom doesn't know. But like, she, we had a thing going on or whatever. She wanted me to go to East too. You know, I live closer that way over. Anyways, and so I had to forge her signature.
Oh
my God! They was gonna call her on me, and I just cannot have you be doing that. So I forged her signature because she really didn't want me to go to Collegiate Academy or whatever, and I got in. Right? No, wait a minute.
Wow.
No, I was too mad. I said, "Ooh." I was so mad because I just knew I was going to East, right? And I tried to get to the letter before it got to my house. Like my parents opened it. Yeah, no. And my mom was like, "Oh my gosh, look at you." I didn't even know, but my dad was like, "You're going." And I mean, he was there every step of the way. So
first of all, wow. See, that's how you know you can't, sometimes you just can't control your destiny.
Yeah.
It's already lined up for you. So let's talk a little bit more about that. And not everybody that listens to this podcast is going to be from East. So that's more of one of the inner city schools. Okay. So, and that I'm saying that so that people know, like, you know, that's one of the more our public inner city schools, even though Collegiate Academy is a public school as well. It's definitely a different dynamic. So tell me a little bit about what made you want to go to East versus Academy, even though Academy is like a pretty, like a lot of people want to go to Academy when they're in high school.
So I just had a lot of friends. We had moved to the Lower East Side, and I had a lot of friends down there. And everybody was like, "Oh, we get ready to go to East." I'm like, "I'm going with y'all. I'm right down the street."
Yeah.
So I just knew I was just gonna go over there with my friends, and that didn't happen.
And so you forged your mom's signature to not go to Academy.
Well, no, I forged it because they needed a signature, and she was adamant, like she didn't want me to go, and it was a thing going on there. So I was like, and I didn't want them to call her and hound her about it. So I was like, okay, let me hurry up. Let me hurry up.
And you said mom did not know this. She gonna know now. Listen, this isn't the Divinely Crowned Conversations podcast for nothing. Surprise, mama. So tell me, like, now you're in this high school, and it's that's a very high education school. So like, what was that experience like for you?
Well, the experience was great. I just didn't, being young and basically being young and dumb, I didn't understand it as the opportunity it was, So, and it was amazing. I felt like he was in college, and for 2 years, like I'm like, doing my things, but closer to sophomore year, I was going down, that hard-headed lane. Boy crazy.
It'd be like that sometimes.
So there was one class I did not get to pass, and I had to transition to Strong Vincent.
Okay, I was a colonel.
Yeah,
colonels.
When I got down there, I was like, "Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?" I went through counseling because I was transitioning.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm not used to this. I'm familiar because now I got all my friends up at Collegiate Academy, and it's funny because even while I was at Collegiate Academy, I played ball for East.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was coming back to East.
Yeah, you're like, listen, one way or another, I'm gonna get there to East. Okay, I'm gonna be a warrior. So you were a warrior, a colonel, and what is Academy? I don't know. Listen, I don't even think they.
I think something with a tiger.
Yeah, well, something lions or something. Okay.
We didn't have any like sports, so you got to pick whatever school you wanted to go play sports.
Yeah.
So I picked East to play ball too. So like after school, they will bus us all down to East, and we have practice and stuff like that. Okay,
so you were a basketball player. How long were you a basketball player for?
It's just 3 years. I was a basketball player. Doesn't mean I was good. Doesn't mean I was good.
You were just a part of the team.
Yeah, they just said, we got to put you somewhere. So.
Yes. So I want to go back a little even before high school. You said you were, a very quiet, shy girl. How was that growing up, being shy like that?
People who were around me got used to it. But I only dealt with a handful of people. I had one best friend that lived down the street. So, and actually I was adopted.
Okay.
Yes, I was adopted.
Okay.
So my father's sister, my aunt, she adopted me.
Okay.
At the age of 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So I was adopted.
Okay.
And once we moved to 26th Street, being quiet, I didn't know nobody. But I eventually came out the house, and they were very welcoming.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It
was really nice.
That's awesome. So being adopted, like, how do you feel like that shaped you, even in your journey now? And like you said, you're a mother. So how is that dynamic of growing up? Or is it something that you even think of ever?
You know what? At the time, I kind of felt like a black sheep.
Mm.
I'm like, the person who didn't have their original parents. Like, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did. My aunt and uncle, but I call them my mother and my
Yeah.
father.
Yeah.
They welcomed me in, and they didn't even have to. And
Yeah.
it was a transition because I was just like, no,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go back.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, they helped me transition.
That's
And
awesome.
that it helped me out a lot. It helped a lot. My sister Shay,
Okay.
and my little sister Kayla, which she eventually came along later on. But even having like an older sister around me, like that was like a change because I'm like, she like, listen, I was the only child before you came here.
Don't come here acting up.
Exactly.
Come in and sit down.
I'm like, yeah. So that kind of changed for her, but she, made me feel welcome. And we had our ups and downs.
Oh yeah.
We did, but she's taught me a lot. So,
yeah, that's awesome. So you were pretty much the middle child,
yes,
right?
I am
So
the middle child.
I'm the middle child. So how is it being the middle child? I always ask this question, and maybe it's like for selfish reasons because I was the middle child, so I know my experience. So how was that experience as the middle child? Because I do feel like it has shaped my life now, even just being that middle child as well. So tell me your experience as a middle child.
I got the most whooping.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I can
Me
remember.
too.
It was different because like being the middle child before my little sister came along. My older sister had to always watch me, and I was messing up her flow with her friends and stuff like that. And then when my little sister came along, I wanted to have my own little flow, but I got to be around her and watch her. We walking to Jefferson together and everything. I don't look cool with this little girl, but it was my sister, and I loved her.
Yeah.
But it's different because I just felt like, dang, everything was blamed on me.
Yeah. I can relate to that. And I know my older sister can probably too, but I definitely, like you said, I was too young for my big sister and too old for my little sister. And it was like trying to find your place. And I think for me now, it's like I'm like the most, even though my sister's the sibling and she's the nurturing, but I always try to make sure everybody like around me is good, like all my siblings. So it's like I felt like I'm kind of responsible for everybody, even though they all do their own thing.
No, that's so true. Because like I be feeling like I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
She may be older than me. I'm the oldest.
Right. Listen.
So
I gotta make sure you're good.
Listen, I gotta come through in the clutch.
Yes.
For real.
So you talk about you had talked about something that stood out to me when you said you transitioned from academy to Strong Vincent, and you said you even had to go through counseling. And I am I don't know, I mean, as you know from just talking, and I'm always expressing like counseling and therapy and mental health. So tell me, if you can, what that was like to have to go through counseling for that transition because of leaving a different school.
I thought my world was crumbling because like now I have this whole setup. I have friends. I have everything at Collegiate Academy, but I didn't take it serious.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was young and I was boy crazy. I mean, oh my goodness. So that kind of distracted me, and I hate, looking back. I'm like, I wish I just, it wasn't important. They ain't even here,
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, so,
we live and we learn.
Yes, you're right. But no, so I just was like, I'm out of my element. I'm going to be out of my element for 2 years. So like, what am I going to do? Like, I mean, I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And my mom introduced me to Dr. Paris Baker.
Yep. Yes.
He helped me so much.
Oh, that's awesome.
He really did. He just told me the way I had to pay him for our sessions was I had to bring a can of pop.
Okay, that's good. That's a cheap counseling session.
Really is, but then one day I slipped up and I forgot the pop. And he said, "Oh, this must not be important."
Oh,
I'm so sorry, sir. I will go get that. I will go get that pop, please.
Oh,
yes. So, but no,
wow.
he helped me so much. He did. He really did, and he made me know like it's not where I'm at. It's just me and my journey, and I just need to, I just need to do it. Don't let fear get away. And I got the Strong Vincent. I realized it wasn't too bad, and I made more friends.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, I can pretty much I can hang out with you. We can do this. You know what I mean? Because at Collegiate Academy, they
Everybody
got me
is.
all like little,
Mm-hmm.
little preppy and all.
Yep.
So I went down to Sean Vincent and I had a great time.
That's
Yeah.
good. So even talking, I want to talk about, you're still a pretty young going to counseling. What did that feel like for you? Maybe even some advice you can give to somebody who might listen to this, or a parent who might have a child that is struggling and they want to send them to counseling, and the child might not be feeling like they want to go. Like what maybe like pushed you to want to go, or like were you forced to go? Like,
No, there was no forcing. My mom seen how it was taking a toll on me, and me and her talked, and but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to get me to be like, okay. Because at one point in time, I'm like, listen, I'm about to just drop out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to something. I'm not. I'm not. But I am so grateful for counseling. I'm not gonna lie, and I wish a lot of girls would, know like it's okay to seek help. Even right now, as a grown woman, 30 years old, I'm looking for a counselor.
Yeah.
I need somebody that's neutral that I can sit there and talk to. And when I found Paris, that's all he was. That's all he was.
Yeah.
And he didn't let me make up any excuses. I couldn't. No, he gave it to me raw, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's good. And I always say that too for people when I'm like encouraging them to go to therapy or counseling, is like, no, this is an unbiased opinion. They do give you support and help, and they shoot it to you straight, but they do it in a different way other than just your family or your friends, because in a way, not saying your therapist doesn't care about you, but your family and friends are more emotionally invested. So they're going to tell you things from an emotional standpoint a lot of times, but a therapist or a counselor is going to tell you things almost in an unbiased way, but also tell you like, listen, this is what you need to hear, or this is kind of what you're diagnosed with, or whatever, and you need to get it together, or whatever. And so that unbiased opinion, that help and that support is so important. And for you to be able to say that you did that at a young age is a huge deal. Like, because when I was young, I used to think that therapy was for like super like mental patients or something like that. I didn't. I didn't. Right. It wasn't until I got older, was going through my own things, and I'm like, oh, okay, therapy. And, we kind of are breaking that stigma. So I always like to highlight that. And when people are kind of open or have been through it, it's like, it's nice to hear their experience.
Yeah. Like I said, at first I just was like, oh my gosh, like what is, like, and it was kind of nerve wracking. Then maybe after a couple of sessions, it was flowing out left and right. I gotta talk to you. This is what happened this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So no, I'm not, like I said, before thinking about the whole, counseling, it was just like a no-go for me. Like black people don't really get counseling. We just deal with it. And that's not true.
Yeah.
That is not true. That's not true. That's not true. And it's not good to think like that.
Yeah.
Because you need help. It's okay to get help.
Yeah.
It's okay to talk to people about what you're going through.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you have friends, and like you said, they're emotionally invested in you.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have, a conversation with an individual who doesn't even know who you are and is literally listening to you for what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
so,
that's good. That's good stuff right there. You got it, girl. You got it. So you're in high school now. So I know, I guess let's talk a little bit about the fact that you are a nurse. Is that something that you wanted to do in high school, or is that something that like you decided like later on in your adult life that you wanted to be?
Well, actually, while I was at Collegiate Academy, I was working at St. Vincent as a nursing transporter.
Okay.
So, like, a lot of people would like know it as a candy striper from like back in the day. Yeah. So, like just being around nurses and doctors and seeing how they moved and how they talked, and when emergencies occurred, how they like were on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, I can do this. I want to know how to do this. And a lot of nurses there encouraged me. You know what I mean? Because I was just like wondering, like, where am I going to go after college?
Yeah.
What is after college? You know? And then, like I said, once again, I was boy crazy. So
we're gonna have to touch on that just a little bit. Not your stories, but
Girl.
I feel like you got some stuff, but somebody might need to,
Yes.
some encouraging words.
Yes. So I got pregnant with my little peanut.
Okay.
Giovanni. In my junior year, the end of my junior year. And that was just like I didn't think that through.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like how crazy it sounds. He wasn't an accident. So I moved out of my parents'
It doesn't
house.
sound crazy. You're young. You want to.
I moved out of my parents' house, got my own crib, and I'm like, I'm lonely. Instead of getting a cat or a dog or a plant, I was like, oh, let me get a baby.
You are not the only one who has been through that, so it's okay.
But I love him. And
yes.
this is my role. We're going to grow up together.
Yes. Yeah.
And I knew that since I had him, I had to do something that was going to impact our future together. So I'm thinking, what is in demand? What is in demand? And I got it right in front of me. I'm working at St. Vincent.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we rocked it out.
I love it.
Rocked it out.
So being a young mom and going through, I'm sure nursing school wasn't easy. Yeah. So what was that experience about like being a young mom, working, going to school, and trying to figure out, you're still young, so I'm sure you're trying to figure out your life as a woman, like you're growing into your womanhood. I wasn't a high school mom, but a teen mom, but I was young. Yeah. So I know my experience. So what was your experience like?
You know what? It's crazy because I actually met my husband in my senior year. Yeah.
Okay.
At St. Vincent.
Oh.
Girl, well, listen.
So there is hope for love in the hospital.
It was just like St. Vincent is just it. Like, it was everything. But no, so it's so funny how I met him. I actually was about like 5-6 months pregnant.
Okay.
And I went to go get a patient, and he was in there with the patient. He was one of the workers.
Yeah.
And he's in there eating a Big Mac, and I gotta fly this patient over. Now you can't tell I'm pregnant, but I'm like, I'm still a woman. You're gonna assist, you're gonna put the Mac down and come
put the Mac
over.
down.
Yes. So he's like, oh, okay, very sweet.
Oh.
So he helped me move the patient or whatever. And so me, once again, boy crazy. Pregnant and boy crazy. So I went back up to his room, to the patient's room, to check on the patient. Girl, after you drop somebody off, it's over.
It's over.
No,
she knew what she was looking for.
You need some more assistance. You got any questions? He was like, no, but if I do, I'm definitely gonna hit you up. I said, oh, you don't have my number. He said, oh, okay. Listen, but why am I a hot mess?
Well, he's not your husband for nothing, so it's all good.
Yes, we've been married going on 8 years. We've been together, and October it will be 12.
Oh, nice! Congratulations. So, well, listen, everything clearly you've been on a little bit of a journey, so everything's been happening. So, so I want to just rewind, because the boy crazy is being highlighted. And so I kind of want to ask, like, what have you learned from that you can maybe, and I'll be honest, I'm a single woman, so boy crazy is probably still men crazy. I'm not boy crazy, but like we're still women, and we're, even though we're not young girls and we're not doing crazy things, but there's still that feeling of like, oh, I want somebody in my life, I want a husband. So like, what has that kind of taught you on your journey of becoming the woman and you are, and even the mother you are, being boy crazy?
Yes. Okay. Well, it taught me that there's a time and a place. There is a time and a place. And I hate that. Well, I mean, now, like, as an adult looking back, that I didn't listen to my parents. I didn't listen to them telling me it's not that real. Yeah. It's always going to be there. Like, right now is not the time. You got a future you're trying to prepare for. Yeah. It's not the time, Autumn. Yeah. I said, what you talking about?
I like them now.
He is cute. Yeah. Whatever reason. So my advice is, it's not the time. Get your education. Plan a future. Set yourself up to, go after your goals before you look for a man. Yeah. And even, I got married young, and all in my head, it was like marriage is like what everybody praises about, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, let me do it. I want to do it. You know what I mean? And I kind of like talked to my husband multiple times, like marriage, you know what I mean? So, and he was kind of on the same page. And it was on, what was it? Mother's Day. He popped the question.
Oh,
like, what?
Surprise!
At my parents' house, everybody was there. We was in the garage, girl. In the garage, all hanging out. Everybody just loving it. Yeah. And I was like, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? But no, it was amazing. And I'm so grateful. You know what I mean? I just, the only thing that I wish, you know, being young and being older is just, you know, preparation. I love the thought of marriage, but was I ready? Was I prepared to do everything I had to do as a wife? Maybe not really. You know what I mean? But I learned along the way. I mean, we've been together forever. So I learned along the ways, but I just wish I really sat down and processed, like, okay, you know, I have to be able to do this. Like, I can't be going out like this. I can't be, you know, and I, you know, didn't really do all of that. But
that's, and that coming from somebody, like I said, who was single, all my siblings are married. I have three siblings. They're all married. And that is the thing they're always saying, just be patient, like enjoy your single season. And I'm like, I don't want to enjoy, like, I'm ready to get married now. Like you said, I've always been a hopeful romantic. Like, I'm probably the one. It's funny because I think I'm the one out of all my siblings that's always wanted to be married. And like, marriage is this thing that, like, one of my goals, like, not saying it's my only goal, but it's definitely been one of my goals, and I'm the last one. And it's like, as I'm hearing people talk, as I'm even experiencing my own things, I'm like, yeah, it's okay to just be. And marriage is beautiful and amazing. And watching, like I said, the different dynamics. My parents have been married for 30 plus years, and my siblings are all married, and watching their dynamics is like, oh, this is so cool. I know they have their struggles, but I want to struggle with one person, let alone, and not be out here in these single streets because they ghetto. But at the same time, it's been teaching me how to be a better person for me. And like you said, a worker, I mean, a businesswoman and a mom. So it's like, I know there's two different sides to that world, but like you saying, like, just be patient. Enjoy. Get to know yourself.
Exactly. Like, I agree with all of that. You are beautiful. You have great qualities. You know what I mean? Like, just let it, you know, they gonna come.
Okay, they gonna come. He gonna come. No, one day. Right. Y'all can all stay where you at unless you trying to marry me, okay? No, but no, and I think that's really good advice for young and older women. Because like I said, you can be boy crazy at any age, okay? But that advice you're saying, just focus on yourself. My sister always says, worry about yourself. I'm like, yeah. I told myself that before I came here too. That's funny. I was like, yeah, okay. I just need, especially it being all crazy today, I was like, yeah, I just need to focus on myself and not worry about who is not or who is in my life.
Because when you come up, you know, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going to see it. You're like, oh, this is it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's so interesting. How did that feel?
Oh,
I want to know how that felt.
You know, it was like he was a man who was different. Wasn't, you know, about all the extra. Like, he was very simple and sweet and kind and quiet. So, you know, like, what? I'm like, okay, I don't know if this is gonna last. I first got with him, but I was like, okay, this is different. You don't find this. You know, you don't find intelligent men like that. And you know, yes, you know, I love my marriage, but is it always easy? No, it's not.
Oh, I can imagine. Till you bring in two people's lives together and personalities, and like you said, you were young, so you, like, not only were you growing up with your son, you're growing up with your husband and still learning who you are, and he's learning who he is, and I'm sure that's like a lot. And I feel like also, I do believe, and I think my sisters have said this, like, you're never going to stop learning. You're never going to stop changing. And it's kind of like, you just got to both be willing to, you know, do that. So yeah, being alone for a little bit longer is okay with it.
That's okay, girl. I be talking about brother, like, he's single, he don't who ain't got no kids. I'm like, you better
listen.
I wish you might
slow down.
Exactly. Like, of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not saying that marriage is bad and
Listen,
that's you did, but listen, oh wait, let me
no, we know. I
Okay.
know. Listen, y'all know. I think that's a lot of people's goal, and when we get there, we'll get there. But going back to just being, so you went to college. How?
I was the last graduating class of your business.
I was almost there, and then I dropped out because I had my daughter. So it's all good. Yes. So yes. Right. So what was that experience like being a young Black woman going to college for nursing and that journey, especially like I said, like you're a young mom as well.
It wasn't easy at all because all I can remember is, it's only a handful of us Black women in this classroom. Okay, a handful. All right, it's just us. We gotta stick together. You know what I mean? I'm going to school. First shift. Right after school, I'm rushing up to St. Vincent to go to work until 11 o'clock. Rushing home so I can get my homework done and complete my assignments. And it was starting to become like I didn't even know what days was going by. It just was catching up with me. I'm like, okay, this is a lot.
Yeah.
And then even in the class, like we experience a lot of like racism and discrimination. Yeah, surprise! I'm like, this still is going on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it wasn't easy. And actually, I was the only Black woman to graduate.
First of all, congratulations. Even though it's like congratulations, but wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like we started with almost 30 students, and at the end of the program, there was only 11.
Wow. And what do you think that like was like? Why was it like? Because you said you had like there was only a handful of Black women. Like, do you feel like maybe it was just the challenges of the classroom or and the race? Like, I didn't. For you to say racism, like that's crazy.
The point where the teachers were like, enough is enough.
Wow.
Like the fact that you guys are sitting over here and you guys are constantly sitting over here.
Oh, this was with students.
Yes, it was students. It wasn't the faculty. It was students.
Oh,
it was my peers.
Wow.
Yes, it was my peers, and it was like it's not. I don't want to like really completely fault them because like they grew up a certain way. You can't fault somebody for what they learned, what they were instilled with. Like,
that's true.
But now we got to change it up because it's not just them being a certain way. We over here being a certain way.
Yeah,
we don't want to work with them. Yeah, they don't want to work with us. And the teacher's like, no, we about to switch this up because it's getting out of hand. Like, okay, we about to mix in between. Y'all about to work. No, we gonna figure it out. And eventually we did.
Yeah,
we did. So like with the women, like the other Black women, they had other problems going on with their personal life, so that they couldn't continue with. So it wasn't like the teachers were being a certain way or nothing like that. No, it's just that life happens.
Life happens. So. Yeah, and I know a few friends. Actually, one of my best friends just graduated from. She's a LPN, and she it took her a while to get there, especially with kids and stuff. And she had to stop a few times, but was able to just graduate actually a few months ago. But it's like seeing that journey that she was on and not knowing it's not easy, but for you even to be able to push through, and you were the only Black woman, in that class to graduate. That speaks volumes of your perseverance for sure. So what would you tell a young Black girl or any young woman? But you guys know, I always say, I am a proud Black woman. I always like to highlight that. But like, what would you say to a young Black girl that might be even in nursing school right now and wanting to give up?
No. That ain't an option. Yes. That is not an option. You have plans, you have goals, you're going to meet your goals. Don't let nothing distract you from that. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not. You're gonna cry. Yeah. It's okay to cry. You're gonna be down. It's okay to be down. But you're gonna get back up and you're gonna keep on going. You have no other option. I love it. So just letting you know right now, if y'all listen, you ain't got no option. Yes. Keep on going. Keep going. You're gonna graduate and you're gonna be a bomb nurse. Yes.
Yes. That's some good advice. So I hope whenever somebody listens and feels like giving up, which I do always believe somebody's listening to this when they exactly need it. So hopefully somebody is touched by those words. So you go through nursing school, become a nurse. Now you have this business. Did you always want a business or no?
No.
No. Okay, because the way you look like, girl, no.
Girl, I thought I was gonna be a worker bee forever.
Oh my
I said,
God.
I'm just
Well,
gonna work.
you kind of are when you're a business owner,
Yeah.
but it's in a different way.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
They don't tell you that. They
These
just
books at?
right.
These
Yeah,
books.
no, I
Yes,
know. I was
no.
just talking to actually I work part-time. I was just talking to my he's like, don't call me your boss and don't call me your supervisor. Just we're all partners in this. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
say my business partner.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about that because he's very supportive of me having my small business. And he's just like, listen, I was like, I'm gonna get it together. He's like, I don't think business owners people that run business ever get it together. We just figure it out, like, and just keep going. So, but yeah, so when did you start your business and what is your business?
Okay, so I started my business in 2021.
Okay.
Yes, and my business is called Heart to Heart
Right.
CPR and First Aid Training.
Okay.
So I am a certified American Heart Associated instructor.
Nice.
Yes, and so I go around and I, CPR certify people on like their BLS or even heart savers.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people don't know about heart savers, but it's for individuals who are not in the medical field who just
Okay.
want to know about CPR and first aid.
Okay.
Just want to be trained on it, just want to be prepared for anything that ever occur.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm gonna teach you all of that.
Okay.
So, and then the BLS is for my medical, students. Well, not technically. That I call them everybody my student. Anybody
listen,
in my class, you must
that
student.
part.
But medical
Listen.
professions that need to be certified or recertified in CPR.
Okay.
Yeah.
So take me back to 2021. What made you be crazy enough to start a business? And I'll say that because I'm crazy enough to start one too. So we crazy together. What made you do that?
I was like, you know what? I want to keep on working like this. I'm like, what is there that, I can do that will actually impact, someone? And I'm like constantly going in my head, what can I come up with that can help somebody? And at the time I was working at the Erie County Prison.
Okay.
And they offer, classes to become an instructor.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I had a friend who was like, oh, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, why don't you try it? So,
yeah.
I got certified and I was like, all right, now what?
Yeah.
Now what am I supposed to do? Okay, I got the certification. And then it's so funny because working at the jail, I actually met an officer.
Okay.
He used to be a EMS. And he had all the dolls, he had all the mannequins, he had the AEDs, he had everything. And he gave it to me.
I know that's right. Because I'm sure that stuff is not.
Girl, look at that man. Like,
yes.
Who got that?
Yeah.
And he gave it to me for love.
Wow.
I'm very grateful for that.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that means so he believed in you, obviously, especially to give it to you for the low. So you're starting this business and it's still fresh. So what have you learned so far in this field of teaching people and having your own business?
Patience. Patience. You're not going to get everything right.
Mm-hmm.
And how in my head, I'm like, I must be doing something terribly wrong if I ain't getting it right. That's not the case. And don't rush the process.
Yeah.
Don't rush the process. It's okay to get down.
You look like you telling yourself that too, because I say that all the time.
I'm laying here like, dude, keep on going.
Yeah.
Yes. I forget. I'm like, you know what? Okay, enough is enough. Put the mannequins up.
I'm over it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Like, it wasn't easy. And I didn't know where to start from. And I'm like, in my head, I was trying to do it the fast way. So I'm Googling stuff. How can I hurry up and do this? How can I hurry up and do that? And I'm not doing it in accurate order. So all my ducks wasn't in a row. That's not what you want to do.
Yeah.
You want to, get your base solidified.
Yeah.
And, build from there.
Yeah.
So that's why I know now. But at the time, I didn't know, So I'm liking this process. It does get hard because I'm like, why am I not a millionaire yet? Why? Please.
Girl.
Where's the millions at?
Yeah.
It's a process and I'm going to love this and I can't wait to get to the point where I look back and laugh. Like, I was so impatient. I thought I was supposed to be, I'm
going to be laughing with you because I've been feeling that too. Like, girl, okay,
yes, and I've been slowly learning myself and coming out of my shell. I am shy. So to an extent, but I am shy, and it's like I gotta put myself out there. Like it's not just like somebody else doing it for me, and then I have to do that. I have to market myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like stepping into a room full of people, ooh, I just want to go in the corner. Like,
Yeah.
so you can't, and I like that it's changing me. I love that. I love this
I love
process.
it.
Yeah.
I like that it's changing me. That is,
Yeah.
and change. How is change for you?
It's uncomfortable.
It's
And I do
uncomfortable.
not like being uncomfortable. I want to be as comfortable as possible. Now you make me uncomfortable. Now I gotta adapt to it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
That like life has changed. Not even being just a businesswoman, just life in general is changed.
It is.
So I'm gonna adapt. We're gonna keep on pushing through. I'm gonna get uncomfortable for a little bit, get myself together, and we're gonna proceed on.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Changes. I always, when I think of change, I just continue to think of like a caterpillar and then the cocoon and a butterfly and that transformation. And like, I'm like, I can only imagine what that caterpillar is going through in that cocoon. Like the pain it's probably going through to like reshape its whole self. And it's like, I always think of that. And at the end, you have this beautiful butterfly, but it's like we're constantly transforming into a new butterfly. So, and I feel like with business, like being a business owner, we are transformed. We change like so much, like consistently. Like some people like, okay, I'm going to change this, but I feel like we're constantly learning more about who we are as we're growing. So, do you think you like would agree with that?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And but I like who it's making. You know what I mean? And especially like when I do a little bit of change and somebody notices it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing something good. Okay. All right. Let me keep on, trucking along. But no, it is. And it's, I'm actually going to bring up a time. Actually, it was a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And the Erie Chamber of Commerce was having like a little speed dating, but it was for businesses. And it was at Voodoo. So I arrived, and of course I'm late, like always. So I'm like freaking out because I'm like, I don't even know who to talk to about what I'm supposed to be doing. And I was about to turn around. I'm like, okay, Autumn, I'm already here. Just do it. So I, talked to a couple people, conversate or whatever, and then, then it was basically over. And so everybody else is I just got it in there in enough time to get in a picture. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm here, So when you see this picture, I'm in it.
Yes.
But yeah, so and I was gonna leave after that, and I seen two men talking or whatever, and I was like, okay, I want to interject and like introduce who I am because I really didn't talk to too many people while I was there because I was running behind. But I was like, in my head, I was double dutching. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm about to hop in. Because I didn't know, like, they seemed like they were having a really good conversation. So I was like, okay, how am I about to, hop up in. And I was just like, hey, you guys, my name is Autumn, and this is my business. And it's so funny, too, because while I was introducing myself while I was there, everybody's like, well, who do you work for? I work for myself.
I know that's right. Say it loud, say it proud.
I work for myself. My business.
Yes.
So talking to them, they were like, you know what? Like, okay, we sat there for almost 2 hours after the event was over.
Look at that.
More people start gravitating to us. Now we got this big old group passing around business cards. I love a business.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I said, okay, I did.
Yes.
So, and then actually, it's crazy because the guy actually reached out to me in an email. He was like, Autumn, I told my wife about you when I got home. He said your personality and the fact that you did, like, you got into the conversation how you did. Oh, I loved it. He was like, I loved it. And I see, like, you going places. I was like, you don't even know me. You said that you about me. So then he started introducing me to more people, and then just like I just started networking, like, and that's the thing I had to learn. Like I have to, getting out of my comfort zone. I gotta network. Yeah. I gotta tell people. I gotta tell the world who Heart to Heart is. So yes, I like it. Yeah, I like it now. Before I was like, oh, I can't do this, but I like it now. I like it now.
Shy little Autumn has transformed into shifting the room to you.
Oh my goodness.
How powerful is that?
It really is. And it makes you feel amazing. Like it's not like, it's all about beauty and you're doing something crazy or whatever. They're coming to you for your mind. Yeah. They want to know what you got to offer, what you bring to the table. What's going on with your business? How you moving it? How you working it? oh, I'm gonna work that room.
Say it. I love it.
And there's a little alcohol involved.
Well, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I spread my wings and I
love
talked to
it.
everybody. It was nice.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. And that leads me into my next question because, Divinely Crowned is all about confidence and self-love, and just hearing you talk about that, it sounds like, you had to have some confidence. So I had to reshape the question because I'm like, you know what? Everybody's on their own confidence journey. So I can't just be like, what is confidence to you? But like, what does it look like to you at this age?
Confidence looks to me just like, I don't know, like growth, like wisdom, like knowing yourself, not allowing anybody to tell you who you are. Can't nobody tell Davina who she is.
Period.
Ain't nobody gonna tell Autumn who she
Period.
is. You know what
Yep.
I mean? And I start growing into myself and loving myself. And I'm even still continuing on that journey of loving myself, because for a while, like, I might take a picture and look like I got it all together, and I'm over here crumbling behind those photos. So I just love the journey that I'm on. And I love how, like I'm stepping out. I'm stepping out and I'm trying to, be a new Autumn. And this journey is it's awesome. It really is awesome. I'm loving all of it right now. My confidence used to not be as great, and then I start like slowly but surely, I got great qualities, and I forget them even to this day. I be forgetting my qualities. I be like, oh dang, you just a nerd.
Yeah. Just
exactly. What? I'll be dealing with my residents.
Yes.
I'll be saving lives, and I've created a business to save lives.
Yes.
I literally had to have a friend tell me that. You know what I mean? Like, yes, like Autumn, like stop acting like you just horrible person. Like you just don't, you ain't putting no value to the world. Like,
you're saving literally. Yes. You're literally saving lives.
It's just like a regular day. Like everybody's like, oh my gosh, you saved somebody's life. You know how many people I've had, because I worked at the Erie County Jail, how many people I had come up to me like, Nurse Autumn, thank you so much. Because I had they call me Nurse Brown. So Nurse Brown, thank you so much. Like I really do appreciate it. Like when, and that was my thing. Like I'm not going to treat you like I'm better than you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At all. And I guess, it come time where people do that. They get in a certain position, they do that. No. We one in the same.
I know that. I love that type.
Listen. So, and I loved it. And I treated people as such. And, they gravitated to me. So, inmate, not inmate,
No, that's good. Like, that's good. That's that, I think, oh God, don't get me to quote, but it's like you treat the janitor the same as you treat the CEO, and I definitely, and it's that, for me, it's that do unto others as you want people to do to you. They call it the golden rule, but I think that's also the Bible, which is where I go off of. Yeah. But like, that's true, because I feel like the more you do that and treat people with love and respect, no matter who they are, that actually adds value to you. It's funny. I did a speaking, it just reminds me, I did a speaking engagement today with young kids, and I gave like these tips on how to be more confident. And one of them was being kind to other people, because the more you're kind to other people, the more you're respecting and showing that love, the more that actually makes you feel good. And that makes you more confident. Like you're like, I'm adding value to the world. I'm making the world a better place.
And I didn't even see that.
Like,
literally, I did not. I'm just like, oh, I'm a little CPR business and I'm just a nurse. I didn't see like, girl, do you know? Did you look in the mirror today?
Yeah.
Do you know who that person is?
Yes.
Get it together.
Yeah.
Like, come through. Like, So like I said, and I haven't always been like this. I've, had low self-esteem. I just wasn't into myself or whatever. So it took some time. I didn't just wake up and was like, oh, bang, I'm banging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying all my flaws, and I'm okay with them. Like,
I love it. Okay. Yes. So I'm happy to, as a recovering low self-esteem person who is now a confidence coach, I am proud to hear that.
Oh, for real, that's what gravitated me towards you. For real, I'm like, who is this girl? You're like, whole demeanor is amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, let me talk to her. And I slid on over. Hey, what's your name?
Yeah, and look at that. Light attracts light, baby. Yes, okay. Yes, queens support queens and attract each other. I love it. So you're talking about businesswoman and being confident and all these things, and you're also a mother.
Yes, a mother of two.
Mother of two.
Yes,
Two boys.
two boys.
So what is it like being a boy mom, and how has this journey you're on of loving yourself as a woman, how has that helped you raise two boys?
Wow. For the longest, I was hoping they would be girls. I just wanted a girl.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
But I love my little nuggets.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy. Like I said, I have two children.
Mhm.
I have Giovanni, he's 11 years old, and I have Ziani, who's 3 years old.
I love it.
Yeah. So, one grew up with me,
Mhm.
and then I forgot almost everything about,
Mhm.
starting over. And I was like,
Mhm.
hi, Ziani, here you go. Okay.
What I do with you?
Exactly. So, like, okay. And it's even different because my baby's autistic.
Okay.
So it was like a different dynamic. I'm like, I didn't have these problems, or I didn't have these, difficult moments with my oldest, because this is all new to me.
Mhm.
So as he's growing up, I'm growing up with him.
Yeah.
I'm learning him. I'm learning new things. I'm adapting.
Mhm.
And it's not always easy, because
Mhm.
I'm just like, oh, why are you doing this? Or why can't you just be,
Yeah.
my oldest was like, I would have had 10 of him.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? This is amazing.
Yeah.
My little Wayne want to give me a run for my money. I'd be like, okay, you must want to duke it up.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to duke it up.
I can relate. My second oldest is the same too.
Yes, but he's such a sweetheart, and I'm learning, and my baby is intelligent. For the longest, I thought of it as a disability. It's not a disability at all. I wonder if we all supposed to be autistic.
Yeah.
Like, they have a way of thinking, and it's amazing. When I tell you, my baby is not the best at talking, but he can say his ABCs no problem. He says the alphabet backwards.
I know that's right.
Girl, he
at
knows
3.
the Russian 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 alphabet. I'm like, where did that come from? Watch these videos.
Yeah.
Yes, he knows the Russian alphabet. He loves math. You will hear him. I mean, you come in my house, you'll hear math problems all day long.
Oh,
2 + 2 is. He might say 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he still wants to know.
And he loves math. He loves counting. He's so intelligent.
I love it.
So, that helped me. Like, you know what, Autumn, like, there's nothing wrong with my baby. You know what I mean? Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong. And I'm like, okay, like, help. And I at one point in time, I was breaking down, because I'm like, what? I don't know how to do this. I've never had to do this before.
Yeah.
I've had a child before, but I've never had a child who had certain dynamics of itself that I had to attend to. That was different. You know what I mean? So, like, from the behaviors to his emotions, he doesn't get to express himself emotionally how he wants to, and it frustrates him.
Yeah.
And I can't get frustrated with him. We're gonna get there. You know what I mean? I love that's my little baby. So so it helped me, like, honestly, like, just be appreciative and grateful for people as them, as them.
That's good.
Like, I don't look at nobody like, oh, like, oh my gosh, like, look at you, like the homeless, like, stuff like that. Like, you might find people, talking down and bad about, certain people, but no, like, I'm just like, and that's why I feel like, working or whatever with elderly people, and then you got people, who have dementia, and okay, so I'm working with dementia, and they're like behavioral. And I think to myself before, like, I'm just at my breaking point. They didn't ask to be like this. You know what I mean?
That's good.
They did not ask to be like this. So I'm not going to treat them as if they are actually, being this person on, purpose.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's going long hand with
it all goes hand in hand.
And
man, like, you said a lot in there. I'm like, oh, that is so. That was not a bad thing. I always like, oh, I want to pick that out.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to you, because I had another divine guest, Jaleesa, was on here, and she has an autistic child too. And I said, I'm like, I think autistic children are like just so like I think they're smarter than us. And she's like, yes. And and like you said, you're like, I think we should all be autistic. And it's interesting. I'm like, listen, I'll take not talking to people to be smart. Like, he doesn't have to talk to nobody. He just do what he do. And the fact that you now have that connection with him, and I'm sure that you guys have your own ways of communicating with each other.
Yes. And on the outside looking at people, like, what in the world? But my baby like, yow.
Yeah.
I'm like, yow.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. I love it. And people, I mean, honestly, I've had looks like, Autumn, what are you doing? Like,
listen, it don't matter, right?
Exactly.
You don't need to worry about it. Like,
Okay,
worry about yourself, like my sister said.
No, but for real. And it's so funny because me and my husband will make fun of not make fun of him, but we'll just mimic him. Like, he was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yow. I was like, yow.
I love it. Listen, that's in that, and he'll, and I'm sure even as that young little baby now to when he gets older, those are going to be things that are so important to him. Like, and he's gonna be like, I may be 21, but say yo, mom. Like,
right. And it's crazy because he is like, I have therapists coming to the home. He has 3 different therapists that come to the home about like 4 or 5 times a month or whatever. Okay. And he has gone. For all, because he's been doing this for the last 2 years. He's done have therapists come, and he has excelled in so much. Honestly, it's just the communication. Yeah. Everything else he understands. Listen, and he hard headed. He's so hard headed. Matter of fact, before I came here, he tripped over a toy in his head. And then he threw blocks in my toilet. I was just with my deodorant cap. I said, ooh.
I think I've even seen a picture of him doing
in a tub. After I took him out the tub, got him all glistening, clean and everything. He hot right. I mean, he moved.
He wasn't ready.
I was trying to put stuff away and he was gone. And I knew I turned that corner. He was in the tub. I said, oh my God. Okay.
Listen.
Okay. Yeah, but I love him.
That's awesome. So tell me, in those moments, because being a mom, an entrepreneur, a wife, and all these things, and trying to find like space for yourself, like, have you mastered that in any way?
Not at all.
No. I'm close.
Honestly, over the weekend I had a breakdown because I watched a movie.
It's all right.
This is my life. This is what she living. What am I doing? You know what I mean? And I'm like calling my friends and texting. I'm like literally up until 6 o'clock in the morning, going between 2 friends. Like, oh my gosh, like, what am I doing? You know, I'm getting paragraphs. No, you're a great person. Like, no, I'm not. You know, so no, I don't have it mastered, and I'm okay with saying that. You know, I'm okay with saying that because it's not easy. And you know, it's crazy because I actually had a conversation with my oldest son today, and he had got in trouble in school or whatever. And we're talking, and I'm like, "Hey, honey, like, you know, work with me. Like, what's going on?" And he was like, "You're not there." I'm like, what do you mean? And he was like, "You know, I'm at school, and when I get off of school, you have to rush off to work." And I'm like, but I have to provide. You won't have the shirts and the clothes.
Girl, don't make me cry.
Listen, you don't care about that.
I know.
And I'm like, I wish I had the luxury of being at home with my son and spending time with him. And that just broke my heart because I'm like, I thought I was doing everything right. I thought by creating a business and trying to get myself out of being a worker, you know what I mean, and growing and creating generational wealth. Like, you know, you don't see these things, but you're 11 years old. Like, I just want my mom.
I just want your mom. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me look in the comments. I have, DL Stanton. He said, hey, cuzzo. That's my cousin. Asia laughed when you were talking about your son in the tub. And then she said, it be your own kids. It really do be your own kids. Yeah, they really. So even and it's, oh my God, it made me want to tear up when you said that because it's funny. My son's been he's been getting in trouble at school too. He'll be 8 on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And he's so smart. And I always call him baby Kevin Hart. He's very sarcastic and he says everything that comes to mind, like everything. And so I'm like, I have to have a talk with him. Like, I'm going to sit down, but I also have struggled too, like being this businesswoman and doing all these great things. And my kids, I just went, like I said, I went to the art house today and they're like, can we wear our Divinely Crown'd shirt? So we're there and they see their mom, but it's like, I do feel the same way. It's like, oh my God, I'm doing all this. I'm trying to make a life for them and trying to go after my dreams. And it's hard sometimes. And it's almost like, it feels like you're not there even more when you are running a business versus just working.
It's so true because, you know, honestly, my schedule, like my baby, he's not in like daycare. I don't do daycare and stuff like that. We're currently in the process of looking for pre-K for him.
Okay.
But right now it's me and him in the morning. So I'm trying to email and make scheduling and find a sitter, you know, so I can teach classes, you know, and like my business is starting to boom and it's starting to just get rougher. It's starting to get a little bit harder. And then, you know, days that I have to work, you know, I'm going to pick up my son. I have to rush off to work and do a whole 8-hour shift, turn back around and do it all over again. Yeah. And try to be at the gym at 5 a.m.
Yeah, which we're going to get into that a little bit too.
Oh. But yeah, you know, so it's not hard, but I'm not going to stop. I ain't stopping for nothing. I got 2 little beautiful boys. Yeah. I'm going hard.
Yeah. And they're going to, and I know wholeheartedly for all of our kids is if they don't see it, and I'm sure they do, like your older son, but it's like it's still like, dang, I wish my mom was here, but I know they know, especially that he's of age. Like, and I know my kids too. It's like, I'm of age, they're of age. They know it's just, it probably does stink a little bit. And my parents were youth pastors. And I remember like we were latchkey kids. We were always at home by ourselves and they would be doing youth groups and stuff. So, and now I look back like, yeah, those were good times. And look at where our parents got us. So our baby's going to be good. Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to, you know, make sure I spend more time with him. Which I do.
Yeah.
But he don't care about the place.
He wants the time. Yes.
So I'm like, okay, you know, all right, you can teach me how to play the video.
That I really don't. Mom, download Roblox and we make you an account. I'm like, I do not want to play this, but I'm gonna play it because I love you.
Dinosaurs and warriors fight, and I'm like, okay, let's play. But I'm gonna do it. You know, but I'm just like, oh, if you was a girl, we'd be doing all types of stuff. Cleaning, makeup, and everything.
No, you probably. Well, I shouldn't say. I have a daughter too, and she's into crafts. Like but she also tries to be like everything that I am. So if we just lay in bed and watch, just make it movie night, he'll be all right. Like a video game night or something.
Video games. So I actually promised him that as soon as I left here, he was gonna teach me how to play.
Oh, good. Okay. Look at you, got this, Mama. We'll figure out a balance and then we'll have to refigure it out. So it's okay. Just hang in there.
Well, my thing is, how you get in trouble in school and then in the end flip it on me?
That too.
Flip it. Now we have to play video games. Really clever.
Listen, like, Mom, it's just you need to be. They be getting us
that right heart string. I was ready.
Heart to heart. This girl, y'all had that heart to heart conversation. So you talked about the gym, and that's one of the ways we've kind of connected by, you know, sharing your experience. So, you're semi like gym rat. Gym. We're gonna call you a gym queen. Okay. You're not a gym rat. You're a gym queen. So tell me that journey of being a gym queen.
It actually wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all, and I just wanted to give up. I'm like, why can't people just accept obesity? You know what I mean? I was ready.
Okay, listen, I accept. Well, I'm not, but I'm saying plus size.
Girl, yeah, I was just ready. So it hasn't been an easy journey. But you want to know something that really pushed me to actually start going to the gym? It's so funny. So I'm at the house and I go to get something in the cupboard. And the cupboard's up. So I actually had to climb on. I just hopped up on the counter, but it was not that much counter space. And I couldn't get down. My knees was giving way. My back was hurting. I'm screaming for my husband to come. And he was laughing like, you're really stuck on the counter. I knew I had to make a change. I did. And that's
a good movie. That's a good.
For real.
Good. Like, listen here. You can't even get off this counter. You need to get it together.
Yes. So then I started weight training. So this was about I want to say like 7 years ago. I started weight training. And that first time he had to help me and we pulling on me. And I'm like, oh my God, let it go, you know. And now I finally got into it and I was in it for maybe 5 minutes. And I went,
I
can't breathe.
I know waist trainers are the devil.
Girl,
but the results are like
I ain't knocking a waist trainer because listen, I went from a 2XL, hard to believe, 2XL. I'm down to an extra small. Yeah, I mean, some days I'm up to a medium because I ain't drinking enough water the night before. But but now I'm at got 108 now.
Go ahead. Let me go get me a waist trainer. Real quick.
Waist trainer. So it hasn't been easy at all because I'm like trying the quickest fab. I'm trying to do the quickest thing to hurry up and get me snatched looking like Beyonce. I ain't there yet. And I learned over the time, and I had people educate me throughout my process, and I love it. I'm honestly addicted.
Like, I know. I be seeing you in your stories early in the morning.
But not that early because I can't. 6:30ish. I'll be around there. I'll be telling myself, "Ooh, 5:00." No, I'm looking at the clock at 5:00. Like, all right, another half an hour, 45 minutes. But no, I do. I love the gym, and I love the people I'm surrounded by in the gym. So
I know you're usually in there with your friends or by yourself. Yes. So
Fat. Shout out to Fat.
Yes. Shout out, friend.
That's my homie. She be pushing me, and it's crazy how I met her. I actually met her in the gym. Yes, so I met her in the gym, and I was doing my own thing, and she was doing her own thing, and I think I was doing something wrong. I think I was running the wrong way, or I wasn't breathing correctly, and she corrected me. And at first, I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Well, I'm about to do this workout. You want to come do it?" Okay. And ever since then, we've been like this.
That's awesome.
Like this. Yeah. So no, she has pushed me because every time I'm like, forget this. I'm done. I'm about to leave. I don't even want to be there no more. At this point, I'm okay with obesity. She's like, no, I ought to get another rep. I'm like, okay, ma'am. Yes, I will do just that. But no, I love her. She's a sweetheart.
Shout out. I love it. So I like to always talk about even just support systems. So like, how important has it been on this journey you're on to have a support system in your life?
It is very important. It's important a lot because there's times where you're weak and you got that person to pick you up. You got that person in your corner that you can call on to.
Yeah.
I know a couple of friends, I know a couple of family members I can call right now, and they're going to hear me moan and groan, and they're going to support me to the very end, and they just want, what's best for me, and I appreciate that. I'm very, 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 truly thankful for that, so having a support system has helped me a lot. At times I just wanted to give up, and they're like, Autumn, once again, you ain't got no choice. We ain't giving up today. You go ahead, cry.
I love it.
Go ahead, cry. Get your cry out. But after you done crying, we're going to keep going.
Yes.
You don't get to stop. You don't get to pause. And I try to take like a breather from Facebook and the world. I'm sending out these mass text messages. I'm done. I need a break. Blah, blah, blah.
Girl, I know.
You ain't going nowhere. Okay.
You got work to do.
Listen.
I'm going to take my break though. Listen.
Yeah,
take your break.
Listen, you took your
I'm still on a half a break, just so y'all know.
Listen, I was trying to be like you, and they didn't give me an option. I made it through the weekend, and then Monday came, and they was like, "Okay, enough is enough."
No, and I get it because being in this world of business, and nowadays a lot of your business and getting those clients does come from getting social media. But I literally had to schedule 2 weeks of no social media. And I'm still on a break, y'all. I don't even have the apps on my phone. They're either on my laptop, which I'm not really always on, or like I have to do the browser on my phone, which doesn't look the same. So it's like been nice to keep me, but I'm like, I know I still got to do my interviews and kind of promote myself, but you need them breaks.
Yeah, you definitely do.
You do.
And the crazy part about it is I took a break for just a weekend. Yes, it was very short.
No, but still it's a break.
Yes, and I start learning things about myself. I started actually reading this book. It's called The Magic of Big Thinking.
Oh
yeah. I've seen Steve Harvey talk about it a couple times. I was like, what is this book? I'm going to the library, because my husband works at the library. So I'm like,
I love it. I love it.
So I started reading a book, and I got to the 5th page, and I was just in awe. I'm like, I'm going to keep going. Like, there's... What?
Oh, I need that book. We're gonna have to put that in the show notes. Yes. The magic of big thinking. Yes. Okay.
And I'm just like, oh, this is amazing. And the words are so powerful, and the way he describes certain things in the book, I'm just like, okay, like I got this.
Yeah.
Positive reinforcement. Like
Mm-hmm.
telling yourself that you're good enough, that you're going
Mm-hmm.
to push. You have to talk to yourself like
Yeah.
that. Because
Yeah.
when you talk to yourself in a negative way, you feel it starts to grow on your
Yes, it
spirit. Yes.
does. Woo!
So yes, I mean, and
Yes.
then I actually would start getting clientele left and right, left and right.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm not the lead. I'm not coming back. Like I'm not coming back. But yeah, no, it helped out a lot. Just taking that little time off to myself,
Yeah.
and figuring out who is Autumn and what Autumn wants, and putting Autumn first. Like I'm always
Yes.
gonna be a wife. I'm always gonna be a mother. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a nurse and businesswoman. But who is
Autumn.
Autumn?
I get it.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna definitely have to get that book because it sounds real good. And that break, like we talk about this break, like I don't think it always has to be some big break, even though I like to take me a good month off of social media sometimes. I love people, but sometimes, you just don't like people.
Yeah.
But like that break is okay. It doesn't matter if it's a few hours, a few days, like, but for you to say, like, I took the weekend and got to know me a little bit more. And the self-care Saturday and Sunday is my big thing. So
I
for
love
you to
it.
be able to do that, and hopefully you can continue to make time to do that for yourself,
Yeah.
because it's so important as you're on this journey of growing and learning and understanding why you're here and what your purpose is even more. So I'm excited for you, sister
Thank
girl.
you. I appreciate it. It's not over
Yes.
yet.
Oh, it's not.
It's just
Trust
starting.
me. And even if tomorrow it's a whole different feeling,
Yeah.
right now in this moment, it's beautiful to hear you talking like this.
Thank
So
you. Thank
I always like to ask my divine guests this one question.
you.
Well, I do ask a lot of questions, but like this one main question, one of the two main questions,
Okay.
and it's always, what would you tell little shy 26th Street Autumn if you could talk to her right now at the age you are with everything you've learned? What would you tell her?
Stop being hard.
Oh,
Stop being hard. It's okay to listen to people. It's
yeah.
okay to listen to your parents. They know more than you do, And I didn't realize that. I'm just like, oh, they're parents. Like they, just want to boss me around. That is not true. I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, why not listen when I've had the chance,
Oh, jeez.
So that, and just not allowing fear to stop you. That's
Mm-hmm.
a thing. Even I'm learning till this day, I'm
Mm-hmm.
allowing fear of the unknown
Mm-hmm.
stop me from being great. And
Yeah.
it's so hard sometimes. It really is. Like, um, I just want to be great, and I want to do great things, and I want to help people. And fear has, try to hinder that. And now I'm getting to the point where, okay, let me hop over that hurdle. Okay, let me hop over that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
stop being, just embrace it. Just embrace the fear. I don't know how to do
Embrace
something.
the
I'm a fear
fear.
that, just embrace the fear. So,
Yes.
I don't know. It's a lot of things. I mean, we could be here forever, girl.
Listen,
But
this is your time, so I don't tell me that. Like, if whatever else you got to say, I have no. But if that's all you want to say for now, that's fine.
well, it's I also want to say, because right now I'm actually um mental health,
Mm-hmm.
mental health, and it's a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
At one point in time, I had some extreme depression, especially
Mm-hmm.
after my last baby.
Mm-hmm.
That postpartum depression that
It's
hit
no joke.
harder.
Yeah.
I mean, it came out, he knocked it out the
Yeah.
park.
Yeah.
It was right, like it was a lot, and from there, I kind of was on a spiral. And actually, I had COVID, I want to say in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So October of 2021, I had COVID, and girl, okay, it was horrible. It was horrible for about 2 weeks, and then in January, I ended up throwing a PE. So a PE is a blood clot in my lung.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I threw a blood clot in my lung, and I didn't even know it. It just felt like an ache or whatever, and I was ignoring it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just, medicine, this and the third, and it started getting worse and worse and worse to the point where me talking to you like this, I could not breathe.
Wow.
Like to the point where I felt like, impending doom.
Yeah.
And that's a thing. So that's
Yeah.
in the medical world, that's a thing. That's
Yeah.
like it's next,
Well, doom. I'm like, what the heck?
Yes, and so I ended up going to the hospital, and the doctor told me that if I didn't get there within like the next 2 or 3 days, I wouldn't have made it.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, so I was hospitalized. It was a thing, and it worked on my psyche. It worked on my psyche to the point where if I got a little of something, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? What could this be? I don't want to die. Because I literally was like, in bed and I thought this is death. Like I couldn't do nothing. I was so weak. It was just bad. So I'm saying that to say, afterwards, my mental health was shot. I was depressed. I didn't see a bright future. I'm like, I wanted to get back in the gym so bad, and I couldn't even climb up a flight of steps without being out of breath. Like, that hurt. And so I ended up, talking to my doctor about it. He put me on some medications, which helped. I kind of went through a couple, and it helped or whatever, and it helped. But then I started having other problems with my personal life, and I thought the medication, so I just added a couple more meds to help that. I wasn't really fixing the problem. I was just covering it up.
Masking.
Yes. And that's not healthy. And I would tell anybody, just, seek help. You know what I mean? Because in my head, I can fix it. Oh, I can fix it. The little weekend I had off, I'm fixing it. I can fix it myself. No, I'm seeking counseling. I'm looking for a counselor as we talk. Like, yes, I need.
I'll get you some. I'll send some referrals to. Girl, I'll get you referrals after this, because I'm good for sending referrals. Everybody knows.
Yes, because at one point in time, like recently, I was at my breaking point. Now I just can't do this. I can't do this. I know that's not really an option because I have a family, but me, Autumn, being Autumn, I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? And some crazy thoughts went through my head. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm human. Crazy thoughts went through my head, and I'm just like, okay, this is the end of the road. I can't keep doing this. And like I said, I have great friends, and I had a couple people in my ear like, Autumn, it's not it. This is not it. You know what I mean? And the stuff in the pills, the psych meds, that's not always it. You gotta deal with the reality. You gotta deal with reality. You gotta talk to somebody who's unbiased. And I'm thinking about me getting counseling at a younger age. You know what I mean? Like, how good I felt. Why am I so opposing right now when I'm an advocate for seeking help? But when it comes to Autumn, okay, Autumn has it together. No, that's not the case. So I just do. I want to seek help. I want counseling, and I will promote that to other people. Like, when your mental health is getting to the point where it's too much, even at work, like I be telling people, like your job is like wearing down on you, and your personal life and stuff like that. It's time to go. That's what I did. I was at the jail and I was getting depressed. I felt like I was in jail, and I'm like, oh, if it's come down to that, I picked my mental health over anything. I just, if y'all got any problems going on, please, it's okay to get some help.
It's okay to get help.
That's not familiar with you.
Yes.
Seek help. And that's what I'm about to do.
Yeah. Well, I am proud of you for making that decision, and I support that decision. And I thank you for also sharing that, because I think that will definitely help somebody else who may be in the same situation right now as you. And like, you talk about the fact that, you're a mom, but I was checked out as Autumn. And like, I know that sounds crazy. It doesn't, because there's somebody every day going through that feeling. And for you to be able to acknowledge that and say, I want the help, that speaks volumes. And that's a big deal. And that's a huge thing, and something you should be very proud of for yourself. So
I try to be superwoman.
Yeah.
I realize.
I am
not.
No, you're not all the time. Yeah. No, even when you are, it's okay for you to take your cape off. It needs to get washed.
I agree.
Okay.
And I took it off. Ready to get washed.
Good.
Some pillow, have somebody else sprinkle, some ice on there. And
listen. Yes. That is okay.
I'm embracing it all.
Yes, as you should. You deserve to be able to say those things. So I'm very happy for you, and thank you for sharing that. Like I said, so before we do have something I want to highlight with your business. But before we do that, is there anything else you want to, like, I always like to leave the floor for some last minute things, or we can talk about your event that's coming up. So anything else you want to share on your throne while you're here?
Just don't stop.
Don't stop.
Just don't stop. Y'all just keep going. even when you hit that bump, and it's crazy because I tell a lot of people that are around me when I see them struggling with certain situations or whatever, like it only hurt right now.
It only hurts right
This ain't
now.
gonna last long. And then you're gonna look back and laugh about it.
Yeah.
Like, dang,
Oh,
I was going
yeah.
through some crazy stuff, but now look at me now.
Yeah.
And honestly, that has actually helped me in a way because I'm like, it's tough right now. And then I've always looked back and I was like, I made it through all of this. You know, I made it through all of this.
Yeah.
And I'm keep on, you know, persevering. Like I'm gonna keep on going, and you know, y'all keep going. Like don't let these little huddles and these little bumps in the road to stop anything. Ain't nothing stopping. You know, queens, you know, go chase your goals, chase, you know, your future. Go for what you want to go for. Put you first.
Yes, so. I love that. And I have, when you've been saying that, like through the night, I have this little plaque on my desk that my best friend gave me, and it just says, "Don't stop, get it, get it." And like the more I'm growing, the more I'm realizing, like, yeah, don't stop, get it, don't stop, get it, and like hyping yourself up through that pain. And I'll never forget, and I always take it with me when my pastor, he talked about this. He gave like the scenario of when a woman goes through birth and she goes through all that pain and stuff, but when she gives birth, it's this beautiful child, this beautiful creation. So I continue to think of that in those tough times, those painful times, those times when you feel defeated. That pain, push through it, because it's on the other side is something so beautiful.
So amazing. You have no idea.
You have no idea.
You have no idea. You can't even imagine what's on the other end.
Yeah.
But you got to get past all the fluff.
Yeah.
And, you know, the dark clouds. And, you know, it's always going to be a light at the end of the
time. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So tell us about this event you have coming up for your personal business. You're throwing this.
Yes, with me and another business is throwing this together. But so it's Global Youth Service Day.
Global Youth Service Day. I am familiar.
Yeah, so it's April 29th.
Okay.
And we were having it at East Middle School.
Okay.
So we're basically highlighting health, overall health.
Nice.
So we have 4 instructors. I'm one of them. We're doing a CPR and first aid.
Okay.
For one. We're doing fitness for another one. Mental health for another one.
Okay. Yes, it's very important, you know.
And we're doing nutrition, and it's for kids in grade 6 to 12. Yeah, 6th to 12th grade. And you know, just having them come along and just, you know, go through the workshop.
Okay.
They're going to come out. It's from 8:30 to register, so it's 8:30 a.m. to about 4 p.m.
Okay.
So they're going to come out, register. We're going to get them free T-shirts. We're going to have breakfast. Everybody's going to be there. Like we got the mayor coming.
Nice.
We got very important people coming.
Okay.
Council and stuff like that. So that's really great. And then they're going to go through each workshop. They're going to get all type of freebies, all type. I mean, we have goodie bags galore.
I love it.
Yeah, so we have goodie bags galore, and you know, and actually, I got a little surprise at the end.
So she got surprises. What day is this again? I gotta remember.
Saturday, April 29th.
Saturday. I will be out of town, but everybody who has children should be there. Saturday, April 29th at East Middle School. Go out, bring your children, help them take care of their health, and come support the queen, the queen, nurse queen out here.
Yes. You want to know something?
The
special guest is DeMar Hamlin.
That sounds familiar.
Yes, it does sound familiar. The football player who collapsed on a.
Yes. Oh my God,
girl!
I was like, wait, that sounds.
Yes.
How awesome!
Yes, so he's coming. He's gonna talk, and we're gonna raffle off a
jersey and all that. Good.
So that's at the end of the program.
So does this cost anything?
Nope, free.
Oh, come on, y'all! Y'all go show all the love and DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
So what it is that, you know, the first 100 students that come in, you know, they're going to be a part of the workshop.
Okay.
If you come after that, we're going to give you a ticket.
Okay.
So the ticket is you can come back with another person at the end of the event because we max out at 100, but you can come back to hear him speak.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that's a good. We need more stuff like this in here.
Yes.
Oh, that is
awesome. with
yes,
being a part of it.
good
So,
for you with your business.
yes.
Michelle. Actually, she's another one of our divine guests, and she is a Black therapist. She said that is awesome. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I know that. Listen, I'll be bad at football. Like, tell me basketball, but I know the situation, and I know like that is awesome for our community. That's awesome for our children to be able to even witness that, and for free. Y'all, for free. Okay, so bring your babies, help them, experience these types of things, and getting their, like I said, their health and their wellness, and taking care of themselves. And also, I hope the parents can probably take care of themselves while they're there as well, right? Yeah, so
yes, we're very lucky to have all of the good things. It wasn't easy.
I believe it.
This process ain't been easy at all, but it's happening, and I am excited. So yes, kids in 6th grade to 12th grade,
okay,
you guys come down. Like I said, it's gonna be free t-shirts. We doing free breakfast, free lunch. Raffle. We raffling off bikes, all type of toys.
I love
We're
it.
gonna have guest speakers. It's going
to be a good time. I'm kind of sad I'll be not here for that, but I'm gonna be living vicariously through all the pictures and videos. So make sure you guys post.
I'm gonna start posting a flyer.
Okay. And I did put your information in the description of this live, but I will also, when I do the audio, I will get all that information for you guys to connect and stay on the lookout for this event and the flyer. We have Danielle. She said, so nice seeing people doing great things. Thank you. So once again, before I wrap this up, do you have anything else for me, sugar? Yes.
Actually, going back to talking about the event, I'm actually raffling off a household package.
Okay.
So it's a free household package where I will teach the whole house CPR and first aid.
Oh, that's good.
9 years of age and up.
Okay.
I will teach you CPR for free.
Wow.
So,
that's y'all better get there. I better see everybody that can possibly be there. Be out, support Autumn and the other people that are throwing this, and also just support yourself by experiencing greatness. Okay. Just like Danielle said, so nice seeing people do great things, and we love being a part of those things. So, and we, like I said, we need more of that here. So I always like to give people their flowers that are on here. So I just want to give you yours and saying, first of all, thank you for all you're doing. As a Black woman, as a Black nurse, as a Black business owner, as a mom, like, thank you for keep pushing through, even on those times when it's tough, because I know it's not easy, but you're doing it. So you should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you.
And I can't wait. You're only almost 2 years in, so keep pushing, sister. You got so much to go, and I'm rooting for you every step of the way. So
thank you. I actually I just endure. I just love enduring extra things.
Yes.
And, so I just got accepted into the RN program at UPMC.
Congratulations! Oh, you out here doing great things. You didn't know how you was gonna do the rest, and look where you at. So you got this.
I'm excited about that.
I'm excited
I've been
for
you.
For
8 years. So
okay.
I've been out of school for a long time.
You got this. You got this. Listen, you said, look at the gap between your children, and you doing it. So you got this. Well, Autumn, thank you again for taking the time to share. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing your journey, and thank you to those who watch. We have some love that I see all the little hearts and your little caring emoji, whatever it is. I always give the caring emoji now. But yes, thank you guys. And don't forget to tune in and tap in with Autumn, and make sure you look out for her flyer about the event. It's going to be an awesome event, April 29th at East Middle School for children in grades 6 to 12. So many amazing things happening. So definitely tap in with her. And until next time, remember, you are divinely crowned.
I like that.